The Formation Reconnaissance Regiment is one of two organizations currently provided by cavalry regiments of the British Army. Until recently, it was known as the Armoured Reconnaissance Regiment. Formation Reconnaissance Regiments, as the name would indicate, are intended to provide armored reconnaissance for a higher-level formation, usually a division or a heavy brigade. In a large-scale defensive operation, they would delay attacking forces, while screening heavier units as they move to engage the enemy. The regiments are currently almost entirely equipped with vehicles of the CVR family. Current use. Currently, 5 regular Army regiments are equipped for the Formation Reconnaissance role. Household Cavalry Regiment. First, the Queen's Dragoon Guards. 9th 12th Royal Lancers. Light Dragoons. Queen's Royal Lancers. The Queen's Own Yeomanry is the sole territorial unit equipped for this role. Under Army 2020 this number was reduced to 3 regiments. Household Cavalry Regiment. 9th 12th Royal Lancers and Queen's Royal Lancers were amalgamated to form Royal Lancers. The Royal Dragoon Guards were re-rolled from a heavy armoured regiment to Formation Reconnaissance. The Light Dragoons and Queen's Dragoon Guards were re-rolled into the Light Cavalry role along with the Queen's Own Yeomanry. Organization. A regiment is organized into 3 reconnaissance squadrons, each with 3 reconnaissance troops of 4 scimitars and a guided weapons troop of 4 strikers. The squadrons also have a support troop with 4 Spartan APCs, a mechanical engineer section with a Spartan and a Samson recovery vehicle, and a squadron headquarters troop with 2 Land Rover 110 medium utility trucks, 2 Sultan command vehicles and a Samaritan ambulance. The main combat strength is thus 12 strikers and 36 scimitars. Reconnaissance Squadron headquarters troop 2 Land Rovers, 2 FV-105 Sultans and FV-104 Samaritan, 3 reconnaissance troops, 4 FV-107 scimitars. Guided weapons troop 4 FV-102 strikers. Support troop 4 FV-103 Spartans. Mechanical engineer section FV-103 Spartan and FV-106 Samson. In addition to these 3 squadrons, a regiment also contains a regimental headquarters squadron with 6 Sultans, a Spartan, a Samaritan and 2 medium utility trucks, and a light aid detachment of the Ream with a Sultan of Samson, a Spartan and a Foden recovery vehicle. In wartime, a regiment would be increased to 4 reconnaissance squadrons by the activation of reserve personnel and territorial army yeomanry units. One of the Formation Reconnaissance Regiments, the Household Cavalry Regiment, has a permanent 4th squadron. This is on detachment with 16 Air Assault Brigade. History. During the early 1980s, there were 4 Type A Armoured Reconnaissance Regiments as part of the British Army of the Rhine, known as Divisional Reconnaissance Regiments, and each with 3 Sabre squadrons, 2 medium reconnaissance squadrons comprising 4 troops of 4X Scorpions together with a surveillance troop of 5X Spartan equipped with ZB-298 radar, plus a close reconnaissance squadron of 5 troops of 8X scimitars. There were a further 4 Type B regiments based in the United Kingdom, earmarked for the reinforcement of BAOR. These had 2 medium reconnaissance squadrons of scimitars and scorpions, and a close reconnaissance squadron equipped with Fox armored cars. Finally, 4 yeomanry regiments of the Territorial Army were intended for home defense. These had 4 reconnaissance squadrons of Foxes, with a small number of Ferret armored cars. By 1986, 2 regular regiments were permanently stationed in Germany, entitled as Armoured Reconnaissance Regiment. These had 4 medium reconnaissance squadrons with scimitars, each also having an integral guided weapons troop of strikers. Each of these would operate with one of BAOR's armored divisions. The 3rd Armored Division had its reconnaissance regiment based in England, equipped as a Armoured Reconnaissance Regiment. This formation had 3 medium reconnaissance squadrons of scimitars and scorpions, and a 4th guided weapons squadron of strikers. A 4th regiment was also equipped to this standard, and based in the UK to support NATO mobile forces. There was a 3rd organisation for regular forces, the Armoured Reconnaissance Regiment, which had 2 tracked reconnaissance squadrons of Scorpions and 1 wheeled reconnaissance squadron of Foxes. In the Territorial Army, there were 2 organisations, 2 Yeomanry Reconnaissance Regiment and 3 Yeomanry Reconnaissance Regiment. The former were equipped with 3 or 4 reconnaissance squadrons of Foxes, and intended for reinforcing units based in West Germany. The latter had 3 or 4 reconnaissance squadrons of unarmoured civilian Land Rovers, and was intended solely for home defence. The 1993 Options for Change review cut the number of regular armoured reconnaissance regiments to 2, with a 3rd being created in 1995 by converting the Royal Armoured Corps Training Regiment. At this point, the regiments were quoted as a combat strength of 48 scimitars and 12 strikers. This is comparable to the current regimental structure, but for a 4-squadron regiment. A 4th was created in the 1998 Strategic Defence Review by converting a conventional armoured regiment to the reconnaissance role. The 1998 conversion, however, saw the regiments reduced to 3 squadrons rather than 4, with a single yeomanry regiment for peacetime reinforcement, with the effect that the total number of operational squadrons remained the same. The force was increased to 5 regiments by the 2003 Defence White Paper, again by re-rolling an armoured regiment. It is about this time that the designation Formation Reconnaissance Regiment appeared.